As the world marks the World Water Day today to raise public awareness about the significance of fresh water and sustainable management of the significant resources. My colleague Anna Sabit visited Bompa, a predominantly farming community in the Atebu Amantin municipality of the Bono East region, where residents drink from a dirty, brownish, stagnant water due to the absence of potable water source there. The people of Bompa trek several miles to neighboring community for water during Hamilton seasons, and school-going children sometimes stay out of the school as they join their parents in search of water. There's more in the following report.
Lack of clean water and sanitation are major contributors to avoidable deaths and diseases in most rural communities across the world. This lack of clean, potable water has over the years increased vulnerability to conditions including diarrhea, malnutrition and malaria amongst residents of Bompa, a predominantly farming community here in the Atebu Mountain municipality of the Bono East region. This dirty, brownish, stagnant water here is the only source of drinking water for the people here and their animals. This is the only water source serving the people of this community. Just take a look at our population. Children come around and bath in this water, and it is the same water source we all drink from. Water has been our major challenge here. With our population, we go through a lot during the Harmattan season, and we sometimes spend the entire day here without eating just because of water. These residents sometimes have to spend the night at the water source in order to get water for domestic purposes. Some of us sleep here from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day before getting water. Moro Akwasi is an opinion leader here. He says the situation is even worse during the Harmattan seasons as residents trek several miles to neighboring communities in search of water. We don't have a potable water source. The only water we drink is stagnant rainwater. So in dry season, we travel about 4 miles to Pru to get water to drink. This unfortunate situation affects both adults and children of this community, with school-going children unable to attend classes during Harmattan seasons due to the scarcity of water. Children in this community join us in search of water during Harmattan, and as a result, they do not go to school at all. Assemblyman for Fokwasi Bompa electoral area, Techi Kwabna, laments how the situation is also affecting the health of the people living in this community.
In fact, Bompa people, they are facing water problem a lot, especially during the dry season. They travel 4 miles away before they can get water to drink. Even that water is not pure for human consumption. So if they did not come to our aid, it will affect our health. So many diseases like skin rashes and all kinds of diseases, which we acquire from stagnant water.
As we mark the World Water Day today, a day that seeks to celebrate water as well as raise awareness of the
The theme for this year's commemoration is My Groundwater, making the invisible visible. So we ask, how much groundwater do we have as Ghanaians, and how much of it have we used? How potable is the groundwater? Joining us via Zoom is Jesse Kofi Danko. He's head of programs at Water Aid Ghana. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you. Please, what's the name? Who am I talking
My
to?
name is Aisha, Mr. Danku. So let's first
Aisha.
look at the theme for this year's celebration.
Thank you, Aisha. I want to use the opportunity to wish happy World Water Day to our viewers, our listeners, and the whole world. In fact, because we do not see groundwater, we do not value it. But the importance of the team is to let everyone to create awareness that it is important that we safeguard our water resources, those that we can see and those that are buried beneath. So I think it's the right thing for the season, because over the years, majority of people think that water is a finite resource that will never be exhausted. But just like the extractive minerals, this is also infinite. And the better we take good care of it, the better it will be for us all.
So we are looking at how much groundwater we have and how much of it we've used. We've just seen a story by my colleague in the Bono region saying that people are drinking from brownish, stagnant water, which clearly is unhealthy. How much of groundwater actually do we have? And how safe or potable is this groundwater?
Thank you. I must say, first of all, it will be difficult for me to estimate the quantity here. I think the Water Resources Commission will be in the right position to do that. But I must say that we have a lot of groundwater. And in Ghana, we say that for the physical quantity, we don't have problem with that. It's in abundance with our water resources and other things. But the challenge is with the economic quantity, economic in terms of storage, how we are able to store them. If we take the rain that is raining a while, they are drained into the sea, we may have a challenge with the economic water quantity in future. People are drinking brown water and other things because we assume, most people think that it's only climate impacts, that maybe natural impacts that is affecting our water quality. But there are a lot of things that we as humans are doing. And the most commonest one to us is the illegal mining that is happening in water body upstreams. And this is draining into water bodies that people are using downstream. So our own activities, farming close to water bodies, siltation and pollution, use of chemicals and other things, we are actually contaminating the water that we see. And unfortunately, some of these water bodies are recharging our groundwater. So if care is not taken and the groundwater gets contaminated, then we'll be in a dire situation.
And talking about this contamination, how can we make the groundwater better for consumption, knowing very well that it supplements the already clean water that we have?
So we will say it is in the hands of all of us. Everybody needs to take action now. First of all, at Water Aid, we have been carrying out some activities to let the communities themselves see that things are changing. We've taken them through training to monitor the groundwater, the water level using the shallow wells, like under wells, and to measure the intensity of rainfall, and use this to engage the whole community to create awareness that, yes, things are changing. We are in the era of climate change, and we need to take some actions to safeguard or protect our water bodies. We've been telling government that, in fact, in all your adaptation plans, climate adaptation plans, please prioritize drinking water. We have realized over the years that most of the focus is on water resources for irrigation and energy, but we are calling government to action to include and focus and prioritize drinking water in all adaptation plans. So this means that measures that we need to take, if we need to create buffer around water bodies, if we need to, and we also need to provide livelihood to people, I mean, targeted livelihoods. There are people who depend maybe on charcoal burning, firewood, overgrazing that are exposing even the ground, and during runoff, and open defecation that we are doing, during runoff that can run into water bodies which are recharging the groundwater, we need to take action as soon as possible. And I think that is what most NGOs are doing now, to create awareness that our action indirectly impacts on the quality of water that we are using.
Jesse Kofi Danko, I'm grateful for your time this morning. He's head of programs at WaterAid Ghana.